Hello students, so in previous class we have discussed about the migration and how we will measure and classify the migration patterns, and also we have discussed about the rural to rural migration and rural to urban migration. So what is the meaning of migration here? We will discuss once again. The people moving from their place to the other place. For example, I am living here. If I move to the another place in search of a better opportunities or better jobs or for the better life, is known as what? Migration. So this migration may be with many reasons, like it may be the social reason or economic reason. For example, I does not have good income here, so I will migrate to the other places. Like socially, if the society is not, if I don't like, then I'll migrate. And with the political reasons also. So it may be whatever the reason, it may be in three of these things. So the migration is that if I change my place, if I move from this place to another place in search of the good opportunities, is known as what? The migration. So how we will identify a person is a migrant? Like, first of all, the birthplace, place where the person who have born. By this we can identify the person, he is migrant or not. And we can also identify by the last usual place of residence. It means a place where the person who have stayed continuously for the 6 months. If I have stayed here in this place for continuously 6 months, then I am the migrant person. If after 6 months if I change, then I have migrated to the another place. So today's our topic is about the international migration. So what is the meaning of internal migration here? Internal migrations, it occurs when the people will cross from state to boundaries. So when they will cross from our state to when they will cross our boundary, when they will go to the another country, then it is comes under the international migration. And they will stay in the host state for some minimum length of time. These migration may be occurs for many different reasons, like people they can leave their home countries in order to look what in. We can see in our country many people are, they are going to the different countries. So what is the reason? To look for the good economic opportunities, like jobs for the good economy. Financially they want good income, so that for that reason they are going to the another country here. So from our country they are crossing the boundaries and they are going to the another country. So this process is known as what? The international migration. So what is the particular definition of migration, international migration here? International migration is nothing but when the people will cross the state boundaries and they will go to the another countries for the opportunities of jobs or any economic opportunities, etc. Then this process is known as the international migration. So these international migration is divided, it is, this migration is two types. What is that? First of all, the international migration, then second is internal migration. As we discussed now about the international migration, so what is internal migration? If the people are migrating within the country internally, they are migrating. That process is known as what? Internal migration. So the one third of the world's 200 million international migrants and less than 70 million people, according to the United Nations Development Program, they have moved. It means moved is nothing but they have migrated from one developing country to the another country. How much? If we see comparing to the world, one third of our worlds of 200 million international migrants are there. They are moving from one country to another country, and less than 70 million people. So they are according to the United Nations Development Program. So the people are migrating from the one developing country to the another developing country. The international migration from our India is of two types. So what is that? First of all, the people with the technical skills and professionals who are there. It means who have knowledge, who have educated people who are there. In this, the people, they will migrating to the other countries, like such as in our India, the educated people are there, like engineerings, or the doctors. So educated skilled people who are there, they are migrating from our country to the another countries, like such as countries like Canada, USA, UK, Australia, and other etc. What are the developed countries are there, for that countries they are going. So like IT professionals, doctors, and whoever the management professionals are there. So these people, these field people will comes under the example of these one type of the international migration. So what is here? Technical skills, who are with the skilled people who are there, they are shifting to the developed countries. It is one type of migration. So the Indians migrating to countries such as like UK and Canada, and in the year of 1950s and 1960s, the unskilled, they were unskilled, whereas in the previous year if we see, mostly the professionals are only went to these countries. In recent times if we see, our Indian professionals who are there, they also migrating, they also going to the countries like Germany, Norway, Japan, and Malaysia. Maximum whatever the developed countries are there, the our Indian people mostly they are going for the good opportunities there. So in the year of 1950s, about in the 1950, 10,000 persons they went to the developed countries, and in 1990 this it is increased to more than 60,000 in a year. It means in 1950, if only 10,000 people they have migrated, coming to the year of 1990, 60,000. It means how much it has increased, we can see here. Coming to the second type of these international migration is the unskilled labor or semi-skilled workers who are there. Like they are migrating to like oil exporting the to the countries of the West Asia on the temporary contracts. So it means almost all these workers will come back after a particular period of time, depending on the employment situation in the destination countries. It means what is the difference to the international migration of two types, like the skilled people and unskilled people. So who are the people who are educated, so they are going to the other developed countries, and they'll stay itself there only for their they will settle in a job and they'll stay there. But coming to the unskilled labor, they will go to the other countries only for a particular period of time. For example, if they will go to the purpose of export, they will export the products to the other countries and they'll come back. So like for example 3 months or 4 months, or like this in a specific period of time. So it will depend upon their product, and it will depend upon the their employment position and situation in the other countries. So during the last few decades, if we see, the Saudi Arabia and the UAE, the United Arab Countries, Emirates. So these during the last few decades, these countries, they have been the important countries, important destinations for the most of the people. Like 3 million Indian workers they are present in the West Asia. So each year more than a 3 lakh people, 3 lakh workers, they are migrating to the West Asia side. So nearly the 3/5 of the workers who are there, they are going to where? West Asia. They are from the states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. From these states only, mostly the people are migrating to the other countries like West Asian countries. A considerable section of these workers, they are busy in the construction of what? Like projects, maintenance, services, transport and telecommunication. So the people, the migrating to the other countries, right? So they are busy in what? They are the workers who are going from here to there, they are busy in engaged in the construction of projects and maintenance and whatever the services, in the different services and transport and telecommunication. What happens when people will migrate? So what will happen? The people, okay, for the year, the particular like the lakhs of people, they are migrating from one country to another country. So like this people are migrating. So what will happen when people will migrate like this? So the migrants who are unskilled people and who are performing like a manual labor, they will face many problems, hardships in their countries of work. So for if the skilled people are there, okay, they will do their jobs professionally. Like doctor, here also in this country also he is doctor, he will do the doctor work. If he go to the another country also, he will do the same job. But what about the unskilled labor, the manual labor? If they are going to the other countries, we doesn't know that what are the problems they are facing there. The facilities are also good or not. So because of that, the people are unskilled, so we doesn't know that what are the problems, hardships they are facing in their countries of regarding to the work. So they will spend more on food, as they cannot get food grains from fair price shops at their workplaces. So more amount from their salaries on food only, they will spend. Why? Because for them in the shops, they doesn't get the food grains for the fair prices, for the correct prices they won't get. So that they have to spend more amount of money on food only, as they live in harsh circumstances. It means a very hard conditions, in hard situations they will live there. And they will also live in the unhygienic conditions. So because of it means they, if they don't purchase the proper food grains, then their health will be get problem. So that, but compulsory they have to spend large amount on the food grains only, so that they will in that conditions, the unhygienic conditions, they will suffer lot of health problems. And they are they after suffering the health problems, then particularly they'll get a particular disease, they'll suffer from that disease. So those who are working in the quarries, like brick kilns, construction sites, mines, suffer from the body ache, sunstroke, skin irritation, and lung diseases. So the people, normally the people who, go from our country to another country. So there, for example, a construction work is there. The engineering is making them work there. So what the work they will do? They will lift up the bricks, stones, cement, and in the construction sites they will, and the different companies are there, mines are there, in that they will lift the heavy and the heavy machines. And if they are working there, the sunlight will be fallen complete day. So by this, all this, what are the problems they will suffer here? Like body ache they will get, sunstroke they will get, and because of that sunlight completely pollution, the skin irritation they will get, and at last they will get the lung diseases. So it is very danger to their life here. So when employers who are there, they do not follow the safety measures, Accidents in the industrial areas and construction sites are also common. So whoever the workers are there, if they doesn't follow the proper safety measures in their work place, whatever it may be the construction of buildings, or it may be the mines, factories, or big countries. So whatever the place may be, the workers, they need to follow the first of all safety measures. Then only they can keep their health very healthy as good. Otherwise then they need to face all the health issues here. So normally if they doesn't follow the safety measures, then accidents in the and they will get the diseases. And also some small accidents, they are common in the construction places and industrial areas. The migrants are not able to access various health and family care programs, as they do not belong to the organized sector. So whoever the migrants people are there, they are not able to take care of their health and family care programs also, because it means they doesn't get the facilities of health and family care programs, because they, the unskilled people labor, they does not belong to the organized sector. If we see in the case of women, the migrant workers, women workers were also there, no. Women migrant workers, there is no maternity leave for them also. So whatever the situation may be, they have to come to the job there. So they doesn't have the facilities like my no maternity leave also. So this means if they want to do job there, if they have to, then they have to go back to their own country. This means they have to go back to work soon after the childbirth. It means if the maternity leave, it is for the 6 months, 3, or it may be their particular period of time. But in this case, these workers, if in the case of women, what they have to do after giving the birth to their child, then very soon, within 1 month, they have to go back to the work again. So like this, when families will migrate like this from one place to another place, the children are accompanying their parents. They do not have a good facilities here. So if like this, if the parents will change the places like this, if they migrate like this, then for the children, it is a problem. They will they do not get the proper facilities here. So whoever the grown up children are there, the grown up children, they are not able to continue their studies if the parents will migrate like this. If the parents will changes the new workplaces like this within the period of months or a year, then it is problem to their children to continue the studies there. So schools in their native places, they will refuse to take them again when they come back. So for example, if I went to the another country, I'm doing a job uh, for months or for 1 year. If I come back again with my children, if I join my children in my native place, then the schools will also refuse to take the children in their schools. So because of the families migration, the children will also suffer lot here. Then finally, they will become the dropouts only. When male people, the persons, they leave their families, it is also very difficult to their mother to manage all the responsibilities at the home, isn't it? If a person, it means if a father is going, he is migrating to the another country for the job, then the complete home responsibility, it will depend on whom? On mother only. The woman have to manage all the home household activities. If she is doing a job, then she have to manage the job also. So she will face major challenges here, and she have to take care of the all the responsibilities of the family and elderly people who need care. So young girls who are living in the family, in such families, they have to take, it means elder the younger sister or brother, whoever he may be in the family, he is big, so that he required to take care of their siblings, and many of them become dropouts here. So in this way, the people migrating like this from one place to another place, we can see what many problems they are facing here. So the remaining topic of this the continuation part of this topic we will discuss in the